No matter what you grow or where you grow it, knowing about your soil and what it takes to get your crop in is mighty important. We'll meet a farmer now in Texas who's looking forward to his new season, but faces some big challenges as he puts his crops in.
I saw one, Jackie had one over there at the...
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everything ready?
It's ready, greased up, sensor's been checked. We're ready to go.
On this late spring morning, farmer Barry Evans is ready to plant. Ralph Perez and Barry's son Eric work the farm with him, 2,000 acres near the West Texas town of Cress.
It's planting season and we're starting to plant cotton. We'll start on a typical day. We'll start pretty early. We try to get going about sunup, which is about 6:45 or 7 o'clock. We'll head to the field and start planting. There will be about 1,000 acres of cotton here. This field in particular was in wheat last year, and I left, after we harvested the wheat, I just left the wheat stubble standing and just let it catch some moisture all summer long. This really makes good cotton ground. The ground just mellows up over time. Whenever it's just left and the stubble's on top, it's just like a mulch in your garden. Then also, as the little cotton plants are coming up, they're protected from wind. You know, we get a lot of these West Texas wind storms, and as the seedlings come up, then they're protected from the wind and have a good protection then.
Texas farmers will plant some 5 million acres in cotton. In fact, the Lone Star State is the #1 cotton producer in the nation. Like many farmers here, Barry will rotate cotton and sorghum, a grain that's used largely for animal feed.
One of the reasons that cotton and the grain sorghum is so important in this area is this is an arid area and cotton is a desert plant. So cotton is well suited for our area. That's why cotton will always be an important part of the area around here. Grain sorghum is also a arid plant. It's a very efficient water user. And also it puts good organic matter in the soil. We've been pretty dry all winter, and it looks like it's the time of the year for our spring thunderstorms to come through here, and it looks like we've got one starting to come in now, so we could certainly use the rain, so we're looking forward to it.
It's good news this morning when the Texas skies open up, covering the fields with moisture to kickstart the cotton seeds. The region gets only about 18 inches of rain each year, but sometimes late spring weather brings damaging hail instead of rain.
About 3 or 4 years ago we had a hail, and it was one that came across and one night and this hail covered the ground and didn't leave anything. Lost the crop, absolutely.
Hi, hon.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, pretty good.
While Barry grew up on a farm, he didn't plan on going back after college.
I wanted to get away from the farm. I didn't want to live out in rural America, and I wanted a little different lifestyle.
Out of college, he met his wife Lindy, who grew up in the city. She was a physical therapist, a job she still does today.
He was working as a commodity futures broker in Canyon, and I was a physical therapist in Amarillo, and we met at a ski club happy hour. We married and lived in Canyon for a little while, and then he got a chance to come back and farm. It was a big move and a big change. We made that change and then started our family, and no regrets.
Today, daughters Emily and Haley round out the Evans family. Son Eric plans a future in farming. As for the girls,
Of course, the opportunity, I certainly want them to have the opportunity. This farming is not a solely male proposition. A woman has every opportunity that a man has in this field, more so than any time in the past. So if either of my girls want to farm, I'll strongly encourage them to do so.
Hello, Eric. I'm so glad y'all got to come for lunch today.
Barry's parents live just down the road. Lunch today is a break from the almost non-stop field work it takes to put in a 1,000-acre crop.
God, thank you for this beautiful day.
But it's a quick lunch since Barry and Eric are heading back to plant.
Once it's planting time and you have a window to plant in and weather can happen, so we like to keep the planter going. We want to run it as hard as we can and run till dark typically. Eric, we're needing to spray this field over here. We've got some winter weeds starting to come, and we really need to control those ahead of the planter. So let's go on over here. I count on Eric to help do just about everything. He's a talented young man. I'm really proud of him, and there's not much he can't do.
I really enjoy working here on the farm. You know, I've been doing it since I was, 7, 8 years old, and I've just always loved being outside and working on the farm, and knowing that what I'm doing matters to people.
He can run the spray rig and fill the sprayer up, and he's at an age he can do a lot of anything. But the important thing is his attitude's good, and he enjoys it, and he gets out and does it, and that makes him good at it.
Barry, Eric, and Ralph will plant cotton well into May, then move on to sorghum in June and early July. In this arid region, crops are watered by half-mile-long center pivot irrigation systems, each capable of watering some 500 acres.
The technology that we're using, this is called a LEPA, or Low Energy Precision Application, that's developed by the Extension Service. And what's really neat about this is the water, as it comes down the hose, and it comes under low pressure. So it doesn't take a lot of energy to pressure it up. And then this water, as we're irrigating, it will just bubble out and just dribble down here. So instead of spraying out into a big pattern that can have evaporation, it just bubbles. And we achieve about a 97% efficiency rate on our irrigation.
That attention to detail becomes evident when you consider that cotton generates some $445 million for the state of Texas alone. Nationwide, cotton means $5.2 billion for the U.S. economy. And while economics are important to any farmer putting in a crop, Barry Evans will tell you it's a personal satisfaction that brought him back to the land.
I don't take the rural life for granted anymore. In fact, I cherish it and I enjoy it, and I feel very fortunate to get to live on the farm and to get to farm and to do what I do.